Welcome to the Weekly Trend Trader, how to do momentum trading. What we're looking at today is the bounce, and we're going to look at 5 stocks with a tradable bounce. Without any further ado, don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you ever so much for your support to the channel. It means a lot to us. Don't forget to like and also to share this with your friends, because you may have friends that want to make some additional income, or maybe even change careers and have trading as their primary income. Or they might work a job and they want something that goes alongside that. And this style of trading works very, very well with that. Also hit that notifications bell. It's only by hitting that notifications bell that YouTube will alert you to the fact that we've uploaded the latest video. So let's look at the bounce. And Tesla is the first stock that we're going to look at with the bounce. So have a look here very, very carefully. Look at this period in February and March, right off the RSI. Zoom in on the RSI. Have a look there off the 50 level. If the RSI is above the 50, it's a bullish bias. If we're below the 50, we've got a bit of a bearish bias. So there on the 50 level in February, we drop, we go up, we drop back again in March. It's a double bottom bounce. And then look at the price action from $600 a share where the base builds, the market starts to move up. A beautiful tradable bounce. Let's look at our next one. So here's Apple. Very similar, more like a rounding bottom. Look at February and March, a rounding bottom off the 50 RSI. Then we start to rise there in March, and we get 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, a beautiful tradable bounce right here on Apple. What was the key to this? It came down to the 50 on the RSI. We had that rounding bottom at the 50 as we started to rise. On that first green candle was a buy, then second week, third week, fourth week, and we're still in play of this bounce on the Apple stock. Let's look again, another example. Nvidia. Again, look at the bottoming. There's the bottoming. That bounce off the 50. We can see the market drops back. Look at the RSI. We've got a low testing pin bar in March. We've got an RSI that's on the 50. It finds its base, its level at $500 a share. And in March, as we see it start to rise on the RSI off the 50, we get 1, 2, and that third explosive week that takes us to new highs. Another beautiful tradable bounce. Let's look at another example. Let's look at Facebook. Look at the bottom. There we are bouncing along the bottom in January and February. In March, we start to see the pattern rising off the 50 on the RSI, start to break away from that flattening bottom, that bouncing along the bottom that we had, and it starts to rise. As it does so, look at that level, $250 a share, 260, market gets there, and then we get 1, 2, 3 weeks, and the market continues to move in that tradable bounce. Lovely, lovely trade here. And look at the market all the way up to 310, taking out the previous high. Why? Because it came from the bounce. It came from a bounce of the 50. Look at the previous period. We were bouncing along the 50, but there was nothing there until we bounced that time, broke away. We were also coming off the rising 52-week moving average. Beautiful 2 points of bounce, 2 points of contact. We're bouncing right there at the 52-week moving average. And we've got this rising coming up from the RSI 50 level. That's the key one, the RSI 50. If that's moving up and we're getting a bounce off the RSI, off the moving average, then we've got a lovely tradable bounce. Let's look at one more example. Microsoft. Lovely little one here. We've got 2 tradable bounces. Look at January. There it is at 210. We've got the bounce on the RSI. You can clearly see it coming down into December. Bounces in January. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row. Lovely bounce. Textbook example of a bounce. Then look again in March. Almost a double bottom. Look at February, March. Not quite touching the 50, but we can see that it's almost like a double bottom. Market starts to rise up. RSI rises up, and we get from that 230 level, market moves up 235, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, right up to that 260 level. We break into new highs, but again, it all came from that tradable bounce. 2 examples of a tradable bounce here. That's what you're looking for when you're trading the bounce. Example here in January, example here in March. If you're enjoying this video and the content that I'm putting out, please drop that in the comments. Give us that like, that thumbs up, because that will tell me that you're enjoying what I'm doing. And I'm going to put more analytical videos like this so that you can either do trend following or momentum trading, and I can teach you how to absolutely make some serious money trading these financial markets. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, and also take a look at some of our other videos, particularly the 2 strategy videos that I'm going to link in at the end here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to link in the latest video and the strategy video. If you haven't understood everything about the strategy, have a look at those. This particular video was about the bounce, but I'm going to link the strategy video in there so you can learn a bit about trend following, or you can learn a bit about momentum trading. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.